A Boca Raton mother and her boyfriend will be released on bond while facing charges of sexually abusing children. Just hours ago, the judge agreed the state had not produced enough evidence to keep the pair in jail until trial.
Our investigative reporter Terry Parker first broke this story back in March, and tonight she spoke exclusively with Walkiria Cassini's sisters. And Terry, they insist she is innocent.
Todd and Felicia, they do. The families of Walkiria Cassini and Ryan Londano say the abuse never happened. Lawyers believe the boys' stories were hatched by a jealous ex-boyfriend as part of a twisted revenge plot. Now, after 2 months behind bars and the state's opposition, the pair may be able to get out on house arrest. Walkiria Cassini smiled at her attorneys and hugged one after a 2-day bond hearing where the judge concluded the state had not proved its initial child sex abuse case beyond a reasonable doubt.
I do not find that burden has been met, which means that the parties would be entitled to a bond.
Cassini and her boyfriend Ryan Londano have been jailed with no bond since their March arrest. Both of their families showing up in court to support them and now getting the welcome news they are eligible for release on bond.
I'm just really happy that my sister is getting the chance to get out of jail. We can bring her home.
Cassini and Londano are charged with sexually abusing 2 young boys and live streaming the abuse to paying customers. But their attorneys say there is no proof other than the boys' statements, which they say are a result of being coached and brainwashed by Cassini's former boyfriend.
These types of crimes generally would be no bond or a substantially higher bond, in my experience.
Especially with 2 children making these salacious allegations. Generally there is no bond, or it would be extremely high that most people could not afford.
The pair must remain on house arrest and cannot have access to children, the internet, even smartphones. Cassini's father testified he would not let her have access to a phone at all if she were released to his home, and Londano's sister said the same if he were allowed to live with their mother. For both families, it is the start of mounting a defense against a case they insist is a total fabrication, but that has ruined the couple's lives.
She has lost everything, but like they said, she hasn't lost her hope, and neither have us. And we have a lot of people supporting us.
Cassini was given a $200,000 bond. She must remain on house arrest in her parents' home and have no access to the internet. Same for Londano, although his bond is slightly lower at $160,000. His lawyer points out that without access to the internet, Londano, who works as an IT tech, won't be able to make any money. Cassini, who also lost her job as an ultrasound sales tech after her arrest, has her house up for sale to pay her bond. The state says there's no way they should be around children or on the internet with these kind of charges pending. Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.